it is because kanina meron siya mga dunk, meron siya mga agaw.
Dalawa na yung matindintak na pinakita nito ni Bachman so far as he starts his fourth quarter on the bench para sa Petron. Miranda kasama si Lassiter, Santos, Peña at Tubid ang lima nila binabantayan nila ng Horda, Rivas, Rogers, Simon and Malyari. Peña and Rivas battling underneath that shot went up. Kabul ba mga braso nila doon. Pagkakataon na Sanvig makalapit. As Rogers is trying to decide what to do on this attack. He tries to take Peña off the dribble. Bitin nga lang yung kanyang tira. Tubid. Guarded by Nahorda, 10 to shoot.
Petron wants to have a good start here just to put away Sunday Coffee already. You don't want to leave a little crack of opportunity to your opponents here when you're up by 21.
You do not want the ghosts of the Philippines try and get their offense going right away with already a minute having gone by in this final frame. Three-pointer, Malyari, bitin, Peña taps it to himself. Nauna si Bachman, di lang nakita ni Miranda. Bachman gets it back over to Denop. Here's Lassiter. Marshall shovels it out. Peña to Tubid. All night for three. Pero Sanvig could not come up with a rebound.
And that's the worst part. When you don't close out already dun sa three-point shooter, tapos hindi pa rin ikaw nakakuha ng rebound. So where are the players at?
Ibig sabihin kasi, di ba? Pag hindi ka nag-close out, ibig sabihin ready to rebound ka.
That's right.
Lassiter. His outside jumper doesn't work. So with 2 minutes already having gone by sa ating final quarter, wala pang nakaka-score para sa magkabilang kapana. Rivas against Bachman. Going to Malyari. Alex against Denop, 7 to work with. Big pick from Rivas. He receives the pass. Rivas shovels it over. Nahorda with a short one. Makibalita muna tayo kay Eric Padilla.
Sa gitna ng malaking lamang ng Petron over Sanvig Coffee Mixers, kalmado lang si Coach Tim. Usually, sa mga gitong moments, naririnig na natin si Coach na medyo emotional in explaining the plays. On another note, si Lester naman still has his nose bleeding mula sa pagkakatama ni Denok sa kanya. Nilagyan na nila ng yelo para tumigil ito. Balik sa inyo.
Yan. Patuloy na inaasikaso ang ating medical staff at si Lester Alvarez. As Lassiter steps back and hurries that three.
If this guy can stay healthy, hindi malayo that this guy would be averaging more than 2 threes a game and really be a threat in terms of guys that will in the history have a lot of threes.
Remember his first 2 conferences with Powerade when he was playing healthy with si Marshall Lassiter? He was always in the top 5 ng best player of the conference rankings pagdating ng dulo ng tournament. That is what Petron is hoping he can provide for these Blaze boosters. Lassiter with 2 guys on him this time. Backpedal, 6 to work with. Lassiter bicycles his way to a fadeaway. Bachman underneath, wala. Peña lost it.
Akala da-dive si Dorian eh.
Kala nyo, maganda silya nyo ha. 73-52. Less than 8.5 for Sanvig to try and make up the difference. Petron looking to hang on. Malyari has 2 guys on him. Goes over to Nahorda. The one-hander, no. Bachman para sa rebound. 4 ang kalaban, mag-aantay ng rest back.
Dami mga tira ng Sunday Coffee. Halfway in, good shots that they usually make, just not going through.
Kapag not fouled by Malyari. Sa Twitter, sayang nga eh. Kung kailan pa hindi ako nakapanood eh. Ano ba nangyari?
Basahin mo sa Twitter.
Yan.
Kala ko ba nabasa mo na?
Konti lang. Nabasa ko si Sidal Tupas, galit na galit. The beautiful island of Palawan. Siyempre, mas maganda na naman na salubong sa atin. ni Mayor Edward Hagedorn dyan at ni Sir Alfred C. Pati na rin natin, pinapabati ni Boss Willie Marshall, si Rico Mayharper ng best wishes. Bukas daw, ikakasal na si Corix.
Uy, good luck.
Best wishes naman. Good luck pa rin naman.
Pareho rin yun eh.
Valentine's na Valentine's.
Yan, may tawag dyan sa mga ganyan. As you see, a nice block by Matt Rogers. Nagtitipid.
Ayan.
Bakit? Para isang regalo na lang pag Valentine's saka anniversary.
Mauta?
Diba?
Pwede. 75-52. Still all Petron. And then
From that point, hinahabol pa rin siya ni Matt Rogers. Yun yung hinahanap natin mula kay Matt Rogers. To be able to impose himself, to be able to put a doubt on the offensive players, nakahabulin niya yung mga nandun sa ilalim. On his way to scoring his 16th point after this free throw. So that's 16 out of 54 points. So he's close to about 30% of the scoring of his team. Now the problem is, nasa na yung mga kampi niya, mga local. They did not get anything from the rest of the guys. PJ Simon only 6, Pingris only 7. The rest of the guys 3 points and under.
that has been the problem then para dito. Si San Miguel Coffee, last time around, they came up with just 75 points nung sila matalo by 4 sa Barako. James Yap had 19, pero si Rapi Ribis lang at si PJ Simon tumulong sa kanya with 13 and 11. So yung team game netong San Miguel Coffee ang kakailangan nila lang hanapin if they want to climb out of this impending 0-2 hole.
And you know who the guys that you expect them scoring from. Joe Devance would probably need to pick up his pace, although he only took 3 attempts. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin, gumawa ka ng marami, tatlo lang tinira niya.
Fajardo in trouble finding Balkman. Malyari off and running. He's only got a point so far.
Tim.
Binanggit mo na kanina, it's nearly a different backcourt. 2/3 of that backcourt gone. Jonas Villanueva, spectacular play as of late. Josh Urbistondo, player of the week netong nakaraan, averaging better than 20 points per outing. Kaya naman talagang etong sina Malyari and of course Baroka, sa kanya na nga tumaya si Coach Dinton, will have to step it up.
Any given time on the floor, an explosive scorer that can, in a span of about 3 minutes, can give you 10 points.
Kaya sinama ni Miko Halili sa all heart attack team niya yun sa kanyang column kaninang umaga. Ito rin yung may wild card kang ipapasok. When all else fails, send this guy in. Bahala na siya dumiskarte siya.
And especially for a team like San Miguel Coffee where yung sistema nila structured na. You put in a guy like that, hindi bigla magbubuhay. Pambigla lang ba? Not only dun sa team mo, pati dun sa kalaban.
Pero given the history of Coach Dinton,
For the rest of the guys.
Kabagkot, his pass, dire-diretso sa kamay ni Joe Devance, trying to go all the way. Puta tapa, inabot kay Washington, pero bumanda na yung bola. Goaltending yun.
I think Petron just wants to make this interesting. This is down to 17. Di natin, malaki pa rin yun. But maybe Petron has already turned it off. They don't make a basket here. At makashoot ang San Miguel Coffee. This is a ball game altogether.
Iba complexion, ano? Balkman out to Kabagnot. 5 to work with. They gotta go. Alex comes up with a flip to save that possession.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're up big, when you get points like that, malayo agad. But the 3-point shot is the shot na talagang pampantay o pantay ng dalawang mga koponan. Doesn't matter if you're big or small.
Pero kita mo, ganun-ganun lang. Ito si James Yap, 25 puntos na. As Washington gets that basket para sa SMC Planet. 9 days before their next game, Jason, sa Moa Arena, February 22, rain or shine ang kanilang susunod na makakalaban. Ang Petron naman sa February 17, this Sunday yan, dito rin sa Smart Araneta Coliseum, Petron versus Barangay Ginebra. So we got a Barangay Ginebra weekend coming up. Global Port kalaban nila sa Friday. And then Petron this Sunday as Balkman cleans up his own mess.
That's just such an athletic front line para dito sa Petron. pinagsama mo si Bokman, tapos si Arwin, tapos si Jay Washington.
And he grabbed another 5 rounds of the floor. It's fourth personal, 5 on the point shooters. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Malyari will line it up. Couldn't get that one. Rogers out jumping Bachman, pero binawi naman with a block. 3-on-1. Washington goes reverse. Because that reverse layup by Jay Washington, nag-iiba na. It's evolving right before our very eyes. Mula nung Philippine Cup hanggang ngayon, parang paganda ng paganda yung chemistry nila.
It's hard to just jump on the Petron train right now. Remember, this is just one game. Galing sila sa talo ng isang koponan that actually did not have an import in the second half.
Bachman looking to put on even a better show here. What a way to inspire the rest of his team. Binanggit nga ni Erika kanina, nire-report niya. Na-realize ni Bachman na yung energy ang kailangan niyang dalhin, and everybody responding to his lead right now.
Yes, it's much better is this Petron team, and they remain consistent. In the last game, nakalamang naman sila ng 18. Ang problema, hindi na na-maintain. So today, they were able to maintain and actually was able to push the lead even bigger, even when they had a big lead.
Jason, 9 days for James Yap to try and recover, and for the rest of Sandvik to try and get their bearings going. 0-2 na sila by the final buzzer. Not a way you want to start your defense of your Commissioner's Cup draft.
You get 14 games, and generally what we've seen is if you want to get yung twice to beat advantage, you got to get to at the very least 10.
10, hindi ka pa sure nun.
At the very least.
10 to have a shot at it. Washington against Rogers. Gets it over to Cabagnot. Petron with 92 points on the board. A minute and a half remaining here. BJ Simon wanting to add to his 6-point total. It's been that kind of night, Jason.
It's been that kind of night for him, and a majority dun sa kanyang mga kakampi.
Simon underneath gets his 8th point. Washington against Rogers. Pull-up jumper is good. What a night for J-Wash as well. He's got 17 points, Jason.
Alam mo, pag tumingin ka dun sa Petron, ang dahil mong pwedeng piliin na ito maganda nilaro, ito maganda nilaro. And when you look at Sandvik Coffee, very hard to look, maybe other than maybe James Yap, who had a decent game, very hard to pinpoint another person that actually played at the very least to their expectation or to Coach Tim's expectation.
That might just be what Coach Tim is thinking about right now. We just wait for the final buzzer inside the Big Dome. Ryan Paundo being egged on to shoot by his Petron teammates. Paundo will pull up. Yes, sir! And that Petron bench just exploded up on their feet.
Remember, Paundo actually played very well noong last conference. So naubos yung mga big man ng Petron.
This should do it. Washington grabs that rebound. Arvin Santos wanting to put the icing on the cake. 98-70. Petron manhandling San Mig inside the Big Dome. Uy, Joe Devance with the last say of the game. 98-73. Ngayon ang ating final score.